Hi everyone. Today, Action Network wants to talk about deliverability. In this tutorial, we'll give you a short overview of the essential things every organization should be doing to help emails end up in inboxes and out of spam folders. Note that deliverability is a huge topic, and we could probably do an entire week's worth of trainings on just this topic. This tutorial will give you a brief overview of only the most important things you should know. For a more in-depth training, please join us for our 105 training on deliverability. A recording of that can be found in the bio. Let's get started. The first thing you can do to protect your deliverability is to only send to people who have explicitly opted in to receive emails from your group. Action Network is a 100% opt-in only platform, so not only would sending to non-opted-in people violate our terms of use, it greatly hurts your deliverability as well. This means you should not send to people or email addresses you acquire through purchase lists or voter files. Joint actions can be a great way for you to grow your list ethically, organically, and effectively. Next, make sure you're sending from a domain you own, with DKIM authentication and SPF records installed. This means that the email address in your reply to line should link to a domain you own. For example, Antoine@gmail.com is a Gmail email address. You can't install DKIM or SPF records here. However, Antoine@actionnetwork.org does link to a domain that my organization owns. So what are DKIM and SPF records? DKIM stands for Domain Keys Identified Mail. This matches your domain to the emails you send. It tells email providers that you are who you say you are. Email us and we'll give you a public key. You install the public key on the domain you own, we verify, and you're set. SPF stands for Sender Policy Framework. It defines which IP addresses you can send emails from. Reach out to us at support@actionnetwork.org and we'll send you the info you need. When it comes to deliverability, you want to make sure activists have an opportunity to engage with you. While the old definition of spam asked, was this email requested? The new definition asks, is this email likely to be engaged with? Giving people a chance to positively engage with your emails tells email providers that people actually like your emails and you probably aren't a spammer. Each email you send should give activists the chance to engage in some positive way, and clicks are the most effective. Note that fundraising emails tend to have much lower click rates, so if you're running a donation-heavy email program, giving people a chance to click and positively engage with you in another way is very important. Some things you could try could be sign a birthday card to a well-known executive director, candidate, or supporter. Sign a pertinent pledge to action, survey supporters, ask them to update your contact info, send out some raffle swag, everyone loves a sticker. Say thanks to a legislator who voted yes. Vote on a new design, ask for feedback or a click to rate. Or it could be something as simple as click to see a cute picture of Amy's dog. Now, you want to be careful with some of these. It can be considered in bad taste to do meaningless petitions or polls like, are you vaccinated? Or do you support the president? Or please confirm your vaccination status or flight. Check out our 105 deliverability training for more specific ideas on things you can do to drive engagement. Next, you want to make sure you're sending to the right people. You should always use engagement-based targeting when sending an email. This means only sending an email to people who have opened, clicked, or taken action, or subscribed within a certain period of time. You can use the open, action, click activity field on the targeting page in Action Network to target these folks. We'd recommend using the email engagement field, as this includes all of the metrics I just mentioned for engagement. Just as important as making sure the right people get your email is excluding people who shouldn't. You should exclude and unsubscribe people who have not engaged with you in the last 180 days. The number of emails sent to long-term, non-engaged recipients is the primary factor in your sender reputation. Sending to these activists will damage your deliverability. On Action Network, you can create a reactivation series that we're seeing right here that attempts to get folks active again and unsubscribes them if they still don't engage. After you've sent your emails, you should check out your deliverability dashboard in the Emails tab of the Group Manage page. Click Show last week's stats, and you'll see numbers on opens, clicks, unsubscribes, bounces, and spam complaints for your emails that you sent in the last week. Click on a stat, and you'll see the longer-term view of how you've been doing. Aim to keep most metrics in the yellow and green. Use this to monitor your group's deliverability over time. Pay attention to any sudden dips or jumps. If you notice a sudden dive in stats over the last 2 to 4 weeks, it may be a sign that your deliverability is suffering. If you see a dramatic drop in your open or click rate, this can mean more emails are going to spam. Sending to a smaller, more engaged group of people for a few weeks can help it recover. Let your engagement numbers be your guide. If you improve, you can start sending more widely. If they keep falling, tighten your targeting. Here's an example of a group that suffered from deliverability issues. They had a big dip, so they cut their volume and sent to a smaller audience of more engaged people, and their numbers recovered. They were able to send to their list normally again after a few weeks. Note that there's no quick fix for deliverability issues, and it will take a lot of testing and patience to get back to where your group was. Following these basic steps will go a long way in improving your deliverability and getting back in an activist inbox. Remember, this is just the absolute basics of what you can do. Please join our 105 deliverability training for all the tips and tricks that you need to know to make your program as robust as possible. Thanks for joining me today.